Good morning, Internet friends. Welcome to the Medicare Cafe. You are joined by our long-lost hosts. I missed you so much.
Long. I missed you more.
My name's Olivia Richardson.
And I'm Kari Vogt.
I'm excited today. The whole band's back together. Excited to have some conversations. Today
it's a fun day.
It is a fun day. We're just, first of all.
I love these days.
It is. And I'll tell you what, like, you're so committed to being here that you're actually going on vacation today.
I am. Mm-hmm.
You're driving to the beach. How long of a drive?
It's like 3 hours. 13, not 3 hours.
I was going to say.
Sorry.
We're in Missouri.
Forgot a one there.
We're not 3 hours from
13.
anything. 13 hours. And with you, your husband, your two little girls.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're going to split it up.
Please tell me how you survive.
We're going to spend the night in Kentucky.
We'll go 3 hours. I'll drive 3. How do you survive a 3 hour? 13 hours. I was like, 3 hours is about, honestly, as far as I can go.
So like, my kids don't have like iPads or anything.
All the more reason.
No, but they get it. The only time they get it is in like on a road trip.
So they're pumped for this.
So they're pretty pumped to like have an iPad for a little bit.
Okay.
And we're gonna like wake them up at like 3 a.m. to like in Kentucky to like drive like 4 to 5 hours while they're sleeping.
Kari, this sounds terrible.
So
I love you so much. To wake up at 3 a.m.
It's going to be great. I'll sleep in the car.
I love Glenn. Good morning, William. Yeah.
Good morning.
I am such a passenger. Okay, I'll tell you what. When it comes to vacations, I'm actually not a passenger princess. And that's my problem. I won't, if it's a long car trip, I'm not driving. Like the longest we'll do, we go to Nashville about every year. And it's 6 hours. And I quite possibly, like literally I cannot do more.
That's why. Like I get like flight anxiety. So it's like sometimes easier for me. Like I hate the thought of like a flight being canceled will send me into a tizzy.
Oh, see, no, I fly like every week. And so like I literally last week when I was at Aetna, if you haven't seen my webinar, Alex, is it getting on the website?
Yeah, I think Lindsay's sending out something.
Lindsay's gonna send out something. Some Vimmy with a password, like Becky with the good hair. So I was last week at Aetna's rollout in DC, and I was stuck in Chicago for 4.5 hours on layovers.
No.
And
see, you could drive there. You could have driven home faster than that.
No, because it's a 6 hour drive to DC and then to.
But by the time
I'm not great with times and locations.
Have the layover, flight canceled, time on the flight it's just drive to the airport, all that stuff.
You're not wrong. Like, honestly, like I would fly to Tennessee, but it would be quicker to just drive there than to fly between like you're right in some cases.
The liberty of the airlines, that just stresses me out.
Yeah, you're not being in, are you a control freak?
Not really. It's just like, I don't like change.
No, I'm not a control freak. Oh my God. Well, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. So we started this episode. I know we're already like 7 minutes in. We haven't even talked about anything. Today, let me just start here. Today is an Ask Us Anything episode. So
start those questions.
This is an episode where like you call the shots. You tell us what you want us to talk about. You have a couple ways to interact with us. You could be like my good friend here, William, who has the live chat going on, and you can live chat your questions. Or guys, that is my real cell phone number. This is a picture of my son. He's adorable. This is actually 3 years ago. I should get an updated one. But if you call me or text, don't call me. I won't answer because I'm busy talking to my friend Kari. But if you text me, I will answer your questions live. Or if you're watching the recorded version of this, I will also text you back because you guys are my friends. So, and I don't leave my friends on red. So text me. Let me know what kind of questions you have. We do have some questions that were submitted ahead of time that I'm going to go through some of them if there's time. But let me know. There was something I was like about to be very passionate about.
Was it about flights or related to the topic today?
Couldn't be related to the topic. That's not.
You were talking about Aetna's rollout.
It was great. Watch that. I will say with Aetna, they are talking about how like this is the first year in a long time that they're doing significant like investments in their plans.
Oh,
so
I like that.
That's something that it's pretty exciting. In a lot of areas of Aetna, they're saying 60% of plans will not change, 25% will see an improvement, which tells me that 15%, if my math be mathin', 15% will see degradation or see plan exits. But 15%,
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing
That's
compared to years
nothing.
past. So 60%, no change. They going steady, ready, go. Stability, ready. Stability, strong, stable, go.
Did we get any?
Did you say getting worse? I'm getting roasted by Alex this morning. Come on.
Did we get any questions about certs?
I did not. I have not gotten a question about certs.
I
Ask
don't
me.
want to like jinx it, but like this was the fastest, easiest I felt like certs were.
1,000%. I haven't started.
But like what? Like, was I just like getting lucky?
Are
Was
you
I
just
having
kinda,
a
like,
good?
amazing?
Was I having a good day? Or is that some feedback you've been
I think
getting?
I will say it like this. When we see the numbers, there are so many more people that are getting certified early,
Okay.
which I love, but that
Yeah.
also is kind of telling me that it's not strong, steady,
Yeah.
and ready. Thank you, Kendra. That's telling me that. And Kendra, you tell me, because Kendra sits on our agent support team, how people are taking certifications, but I'm hearing like overall positive things about the experience. Carriers are doing better, shortening it all the time.
They were the
so.
UHC fast track. Well, I guess what I liked is I just felt like the questions were like easy and on point. Like it
Not
wasn't
trying to
like
trick
trying
you.
to like trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been pleasantly surprised. I'm not totally done, but
Yeah. See,
was all.
Kendra agrees. She
Just
says agents are
curious.
getting certified earlier. I know what I'm talking about, Alex. I have beef with Alex now. I just meant the words. All right, so a couple questions. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, threats, or promises, shoot me and Kari a text. Some questions that we did get ahead of time that I just want to make sure we answer. One of them is going to be hearing a lot about disruption for the third year in a row. Is this true? And
Just gotta accept that, you know.
is it disruption or is it just the new norm? Right?
Yeah.
So, another really cool thing. You're gonna love this.
What?
So while I was at Aetna has a partnership. We're using a third-party consulting firm called Oliver Wyman, and they do an incredible job of teaching people, like in language that we use, about why is the industry doing what it's doing. Aetna hires them, but they're also hired by a lot of other consultants about what's going on, what can we expect to see in the next year. They are going to be doing trainings for agents. They've never done this before. Aetna has actually hired them to actually do trainings for agents to hear versus you hearing it from us and you hearing it in Olivianese. So attend those trainings. They're super helpful.
What are they going to be called?
It's the Oliver Wyman.
Oliver Wyman.
Oliver Wyman. Aetna will be sponsoring these. It's totally worth the time to go. It's fascinating, and I'm like, it's fascinating. But
that's stuff I enjoy.
So what we're seeing for the next year, disruption, yes. As much disruption, I don't think so. What they're saying, what Oliver and Wyman was saying, that one, we're going to see like the SARs last year in the millions, over like 4 million people were SAR'd. They're going to be, that's going to cut down substantially. We're going to see a lot less people be forced out of their plan. You will still see plan degradation, meaning that the benefits will be getting worse in some areas. But I'll tell you what, we saw the trend of most carriers. I'm looking at United Healthcare, looking at Aetna, looking at Centene, looking at a lot of these carriers. For the past 2 years or 3 years now have taken substantial steps back, which is we're saying, like, again, 98% of people in 2025 saw negative information in their ANOC. Most of the carriers took big steps back 2 years in a row to where they feel that this year
they don't have to take as big of a step
they'll
back.
be stable. Will you see a ton of plan investments across the board? I don't think so. I don't think you will.
I think stable is a great word.
I think stable is what you're going to see.
Okay.
Now, there are some carriers, Humana, I mean, like, they're the one, they were a clear winner based on enrollment last year, and they made significant investments in their plans last year.
Yep.
It depends on who you ask.
Okay.
It depends where if you ask a Humana rep, it's stability, right? They haven't had their rollout yet, but they're talking stability. They're talking about this is what they're expecting. Other carriers are saying we have no idea how they can do that. So we'll see. We have the Humana rollout, I believe next week is when Humana is going to be doing their plans and talking about their benefits. So we'll see what their go-to market is. But yes, you will continue to see price constraints or financial pressures from prescription drug plans and like drugs in general.
Do we know if there's more drug plans going away?
Girl, What do you mean by going away? Like no longer offering drug coverage?
Correct. So like I had a meeting with a client. He had been my client for the last 3 years, and his wife was just signing up. And I was like, there's 10 PDPs to choose from in Missouri. And he was like, there were like 33 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I hope we have at least 10. Like, or, like I just
Yeah.
worry, like, I like a larger pool.
Yes.
Larger
No,
pool of
100%.
options.
You're going
So
to
I'm like,
continue,
that number can't keep going
you're going to
down.
continue to see limited options. Yes, carriers will offer. I'll tell you, Aetna didn't talk about it, like
Okay.
at period. They talked about
Okay.
prescription coverage in their Medicare
In their
Advantage plans, but they didn't talk about a standalone PDP. They will offer a standalone, just like through the Silver Script,
Right.
they'll offer. United Healthcare will offer it. Humana.
Okay, so no big like exodus.
No big
hopefully.
that we've been told of. Now, the second part of that is, will they pay commissions?
Yeah.
Gone are the days of commissional PDPs.
Gone.
Cigna did,
Another
and
thing,
that's
you
not
just gotta
Cigna.
wave up your flag
It's
and
Health Springs now.
accept.
Did say that they were paying commissions on Part D.
Health Springs said that?
Yes, they said that at their rollout.
Okay.
I've heard news since then that they might be walking that back, and their rollout was just 2 weeks ago. I've heard news since that. But remember, like, they only paid like 50% of. They did not pay full
Right.
market value
Right,
of those
right.
commissions. So, but again, like they don't. Standalone PDPs are a money loser for these orgs. So,
Oh, for sure.
so you're not going to see a ton of commissional PDPs, period. But to answer the question, this will be another disruptive year, but it will not be a forced shopping year due to SARs. They're expecting like 50%. I don't know. I pulled that number out of thin air. A substantially less
forward with
amount of
that.
SARs than what we saw in 2026, which is positive.
Yeah.
Not forced shopping.
Yep.
People will want to shop, but it is
It's just less
potential.
stressful when it's not.
It's
forced.
less stressful,
Less
and
stressful on
it
all
is
ends.
potential that like you'll have a lot of people who will want to shop this year because they're afraid of the market, but you won't have a lot of people that will switch this year.
Right.
Potentially, is what I'm hearing this early talking to the few carriers that we've talked to, which can also be frustrating if somebody's insisting on an appointment because they want to shop, but you end up like not switching them, then that's appointment space that could have gone to a new person. If you look at it like that way. So highly, highly, highly recommend people who are just interested in shopping get their drug information, put in Integrity Connect, send them options, especially with the drugs. Don't have a PDP
Right.
appointment, but make sure they say like, hey, this plan might be a better suited plan for you compared to the one that you're on. You just know that less SARs.
Stacey, I love your question so much because my mind was going here next. We are on the same page because I wanted to submit my question to the queen over here of what
who's she?
what
I just realized
you my dear
Sweetheart.
delayed.
I'm so sorry. Please continue. I feel great.
What I just love that. Okay, I'm going to read Stacey's question first and then add mine to it. For those of us with large agencies who might have the potential for many clients' plans going non-commissionable, would it be appropriate to create a how-to document to enable them to enroll? I love that so much because I feel like I have so many PDPs that like I don't want to. This is where my thought process is, and I want your opinion.
You're
I want
not
your
wrong.
opinion of like I want to still do the back end review for them. Like I want their drug list. I'll make a recommendations, but like that's where I stop. And the client themselves does the enrollment.
Here's my 2 cents with that. Anything we can do to support prescription drug education, prescription drug plan education without it taking appointment time, regardless of how you do that, I'm here for it.
Because not even like appointment time, but like I spent so many times during AEP filling out the application, emailing it to them, and then making sure that they sign it. So like that having all of that gone saves so much time.
Yeah. So
Will that be perceived bad from the client?
So here's the thing. There's a million ways to do this, and a lot of them there might be ways
to document.
There might be ways to do it better than others. Like somebody will always find a better way of doing something, but you have to be willing to make an adjustment, period.
Right.
So if it were me today and I'm having a bunch of PDP clients, right? Integrity Connect, obviously I'm going to preach that. However, you can't just send somebody your personal agent website because your personal agent website does not allow enrollment into non-commissionable plans because it's trying to protect you, the agent.
Right.
So that's not a solution. The only plan it will show them is a Cigna PDP, which may not be, exactly. That's really the only plan it's going to show them if you use your PAW. So it can't. So that can't be the solution for PDP. It just, as much as I love the site, that's not what it is.
Right.
What I would do if you are going, so here are a couple options. My least favorite option is creating a document that says, here's how to use Medicare.gov.
Oh, okay.
We have agents that do that. They have a document that's kind of like a scribe where it just says step by step, here's how to compare your plans on Medicare.gov. I don't like that. Medicare.gov is not correct.
And it's not user friendly in my opinion.
It's not user friendly. Yes. It's not user friendly. It's not correct.
Okay.
And I think it does a disservice. If you do it that way, you are going to get no shade from me because we're all just trying to do our best out here.
Right.
It is not the way that I would do it. What I would do, and you can't, and again, the PAW doesn't work, just to send them your PAW, and I don't think sending them to Medicare.gov works. If it were me today and I have a book in my business, I would take time, not appointment time, I would take time to make sure that my drug plan, my drug information is correct for all my clients, and I would send them a link via Integrity Connect, because you can do that even in non-commissionable plans. You can send them a link and say, here are the 2 plans or the 1 plan that I recommend. Here is an app for Humana. Here is an app for UHC. Here is an app for this. Like
even the non-commissionable.
Even the non-commissionable plans. They cannot go to your personal agent website and enroll themselves, but you can send them
the
links. And all you have to do is confirm that their drugs are up to date.
Okay.
Click shopping.
This is getting easier and easier.
Click PDP. Click the button and says send to client to enroll. And it emails them and texts them.
And you can do more than one option?
And you can do up to you can do 3 options.
And
they can be, as long as if they are suppressed, it won't let you for suppress. Suppress means that the carriers have turned off third-party enrollments. But if they are non-commissionable,
is that UHC
suppressed,
that did that for their PDP?
I don't think anybody suppressed the PDP.
No,
nobody suppressed the PDP. They just made it non-commissionable. Humana did suppress.
Humana did, because I can't sign somebody up.
Yeah, Humana did suppress the PDP. Connect. So the Humana would not work for Humana, but it would work for anybody who is non-commissionable but not suppressed.
Okay.
But again, like if they're suppressing the plan, don't enroll them in that plan. Like if they're suppressing the plan, the carrier is saying we're not going. This is not good. This is not a good plan for them.
Okay.
I mean, like that's probably harsh. If it's the right plan for them, then we need to do what's best for the client. However, if a plan is going suppressed, they're telling me that they cannot handle those enrollments.
Okay.
Yeah, Humana, thank you. So again, if it were me, it does take more time than just creating a walkthrough on how to use Medicare.gov. But Medicare.gov is not correct.
So if I'm sending it from their Integrity Connect account, does that mean the application will already somewhat be filled in?
It's completely filled in.
Okay.
It is completely filled in. You'll have to select, depending on the carrier, the enrollment code, but most of them during AEP will be selected to AEP.
Right.
And then it literally just sends it. All they have to do is either type or if they have a smart thing, sign their finger. It completes the application for you. It just makes you go through it to make sure everything's correct. Okay. Or even more so, Kari, if you don't want to even have to do that, you just click the compare options. Just click compare, send the comparison to the client, and then the client clicks enroll and does the app themselves. And you have nothing to do with it other than just sending them the comparison. And that comparison will compare plans side by side based on their medications, based on their pharmacy. It does all of that. It does all the work for you. You just have to click a few buttons.
Which is the bigger time saver? Repeat that second option.
It is literally when you go and you pull up the shopping, click, there's a little square, like a select button. Just click this button and click up to 3 plans. And then when it pulls up, it'll say send to client. And you can either email or text it to the client.
Okay, so... Okay, I need to mess around.
And it'll pre-fill out the application based on their information, but they're responsible for going through and making sure it's up to correct.
Could they fix it?
Yes. Okay. Yes, they can edit it.
Okay, because it wasn't edible.
That's food.
It wasn't.
It was you could not eat it.
You weren't able to edit it in Medicare app. I remember once you sent it to the client, you couldn't.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
But this, you're not sending a filled out app to a client. You're sending them a quote.
Comparison.
You're sending them a quote, and then they go in and fill out the app themselves.
But for the first option, I am sending them the app.
Correct. For the first option, you are sending them the app. So if it were me, I would just at night. Okay.
At night, I'm working.
At night,
or 4 a.m. I'm up.
You drew the apps at night. My intrusive thoughts almost won. At night, you're just going through, pulling up a person, checking to see when their drugs were updated because you're using Client Sync to update everybody's medications. And here's the thing. If they are unwilling to use Client Sync or if they are unwilling to use the tech, then they're not a fit for your client. Like that's like we have to draw a line somewhere.
Right.
So if it were me, yes. I can't read.
Little feet.
Yes, they can absolutely edit their own drugs. They can edit their own information. They can edit their providers. They can do all of it. So if it were me, here's what it would look like. I have all my appointments throughout the day. I reintroduce myself to my family. I put my 6-year-old to bed. I get back to my computer. And I am going to a client. I'm pulling a list of my PDP clients because you can filter based on a list of just my PDP clients. Pulling a list of them, going to their profile, making sure they synced their plan within the last 3 months. They did sync their drug information. They used my client sync that I sent them today. And then I go on there, click shop or click get a quote, click on PDP, send my favorite 2 options for them that are at the top, send to client, boom. I did my job. Do they turn in the app? Do I follow up? I probably don't. I let them know this is how I'm handling my PDP business this year. I let them know ahead of time, hey, be looking for an email from me. I'm going to be sending you my quotes. If I have an admin person, I might have my admin person call and follow up to make sure they got the app. But that's what I would do.
When you send that note.
I'm so aggressive.
When you send that quote. No, I love this so much. When you send that quote, is there a way to leave like a note, a message?
There is not. There is not in the comparison. There is not.
Okay.
So
because I feel like if I were to my clients would not just like open up a message from Integrity. So it would still take me sending a separate email saying, hey,
yes,
I sent you my recommendations. It's going to come from Integrity.
Correct.
You're responsible for signing up for this, blah, blah, blah.
But again, like I
can also copy and paste that.
You can copy and paste that email. This is how, and we have a lot of agents that will do newsletters. Send your AEP newsletter, and in the newsletter say this is how they have you have to set
mine yesterday, and I'm stressing out because none of this was in that.
Okay, well do enough. It's literally a letter. Just do a separate letter. Do social media as long as you set the expectation of this is how I'm running. If you have your prescription drug coverage,
August 20th, maybe they can.
If you sent it yesterday, I know Amanda. She's gonna be so helpful.
I know.
No, it's truly like if you set the expectation of, and again, like you should not be bending over backwards giving hour-long appointments to your PDP clients. That does not make sense.
Right.
If you are going to give somebody that much attention, then you're taking away people who need help. You're taking away the ability to help them.
Yeah.
Like it's kindness in setting these boundaries, right? We're not assholes for not doing hour-long appointments for PDPs. We're just not. But you're setting the expectation of if you want me to help you with your prescription drug plans this year, this is how we will conduct business. You must first sync your information, whatever you're going to call it. Don't call it sync because they won't know that. But you must first sync your information, and I will send you an email with the options, and I can discuss those options with you via email. Period. Okay. Will says it's just me, or
is it just me?
Okay, I can't. I'm finding out.
Is it just me
in this moment?
Others...
my contact prescription is incorrect.
Read it.
Thank you.
Is it just me, or did others find that in the last couple of years, clients have been complaining more about customer service from many carriers, including some that used to be excellent at it? Yes, correct. I personally don't have that. I haven't had that.
I will tell you, I'm seeing it in 2 areas. I'm seeing it in 2 areas. One, your regionals. Regionals are getting a lot of flack right now for not having customer service, which is hard to hear because regionals usually touted their stateside customer service. They're located right here. We're amazing. Because what happened was a lot of regionals were not prepared to be as competitive as they were, and they don't have the infrastructure to handle the amount of clients. So they hired on temp works. They hired on people that were severely undertrained, and they threw them onto the fire because they just weren't anticipating that growth.
Right.
So I see that a lot with regionals. And other sides, I will say, yeah, I mean, the amount of Medicare Advantage enrollment is getting higher and higher. Medicare Supplement, too. Medicare Supplement actually last year saw a huge growth.
What's the split? I think last year, wasn't it like 51-49?
Well, what it is, currently it's like 52% of all beneficiaries with MAPD, or all beneficiaries who are eligible, right? 52% were on a Medicare Advantage plan. Okay. About 26 to 28% were on Medicare supplements.
Oh.
Yes. The rest of them are on things like TRICARE for Life, retirement plans, still actively working. And there is still a chunk of people that have original Medicare with nothing else. Yeah. Like very small percent, but it still exists. So still the scales favor Medicare Advantage, but Medicare supplement is seeing growth.
Okay.
Which is exciting. I'm very happy about that. Sorry. So that's how,
all the questions so far.
Yeah, that is how I would handle. Let me make sure. That is how I would handle your Medicare supplement, or excuse me, your prescription drug
really
plan.
Glad we had this conversation.
I am a huge proponent, and again, and Kari and I were chatting online before. There are some things on the prescription drug side that you're not getting paid to do it. It's could be a lot of work. It's very time. What am I trying to say? It's hard work. It's not a lot of money. And there's a lot of things that can get messed up with a prescription drug plan. So there's a lot of people asking, is it worth it to do it?
I still think, yes, it's worth making the recommendation. I do.
If you utilize technology and you set the expectations that I cannot hold your hand the way that I used to for this PDP, but I will still help you with it. If the expectations are correct, you will get some clients who are mad about that. You will absolutely break a few eggs in the process, but for your long-term growth, this is a decision you have to make. I'm a still big fan. You do the PDP enrollment, but you do not use
in a smart way.
And you have to do it in a smart way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Terry, every time I see Terry's name, it just makes me the happiest. Long-time listener, often caller. We love Terry. What's the best question? It's a great question. Setting me up. What's the best time to mention hospital indemnity or any type of cash payments? The best time is all the time. As if you are mentioning it, then it is the best time. There's a lot of camps of in my 2 cents, there's not a wrong way as long as you're doing it. Don't overcomplicate it. If you are talking about it at any point, there's not a wrong way. My 2 cents on this, it's super easy to talk about hospital indemnity and cancer insurance, those two primarily, during a Medicare Advantage appointment because you're going
through the summary of benefits.
Exactly. Because to do a compliant sales presentation, you have to go through the summary of benefits. So just mentioning, hey, yes, there's a copay for this. Don't worry, I have something that can offset that.
Yep.
Hey, there's an ambulance ride. If you have any hesitation for this ambulance ride, I have something that can offset that. Ask me about it at the end of it.
Yep. If
you don't do it then because it's not a habit, or maybe you're worried about timing, then the best time to do it is immediately afterwards. Setting up, I love agents when they do Q1 appointments. There's a ton of reasons why you should do follow-ups in Q1 and having those conversations then. But I like ancillary sales during AEP because you're getting paid.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're making money and we want to pay for Christmas.
It fits so smoothly into when you're going down that summary of benefits. I always do similar to what Olivia said, to where okay, if you were to be an inpatient in a hospital, you're going to have a $400 per day hospital copay. If you're hospitalized for 5 days, that might be a pretty big bill. Don't let that worry you. I'm going to put a star here. And by the time after I go through all these other benefits, I'll come back to this and we'll talk about how to help that, get covered.
Exactly. It's the more you can make it feel like it's a bundle and the two just kind of go together, then the more it makes sense to the consumer. The worst time, I think, to present a product is while you're filling out the application of the Medicare Advantage plan. Because in my head, it's when you're filling out the application, that's in their mind, they're checking out. They're actually going through the process of ending the appointment. They're on the other side. So when you start to bring up new product, then they're like, I don't want to start all over.
Yeah.
I've already let's talk about it next time. So as if you're gonna do it during the same appointment, doing it together is the best, but once you start actually with the application, start the administrative work of this, you're done selling. That's whenever you're setting expectations, building a relationship, making them feel comfortable with their decision.
For sure.
For sure. Papa. It is
Anything else?
a little after. We got started a little late, and then I wanted to tell everybody about your trip. I'm being so rude to you. I'm
No,
very
you're not.
excited for
It's
you.
No thoughts I haven't already had myself.
No, you're going to have the best time.
But
I would love.
It's going to be great.
You might like your family more than I like mine. That's kind of what I'm finding.
Now I'm realizing.
Being shut in a car for 13
Talking
hours.
about family time. Everyone else is excited.
Everybody's-
Stop it.
When we talk about their families, people are excited, and I'm like, what therapy class did I miss?
It's stressful.
It will
but
be.
You know what? We're on no time limit, so we'll get there when we get there.
I
have
forgot you're not
to-
married to Chad.
You know,
That's why you're
I'm
gonna
not.
have fun.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not married to Chad.
Yeah, I forgot that part. The knowing of like, oh, we have no time limit. We'll get there when we get there. I don't know what that's like. So
We want to stop and get a candy run at a gas station. We'll do that. You know. Stop. At a
this is why
Buc-ee's.
it works. This is why it works. Buc-ee's gives me hives. Guys, unrelated. The jerky. What a fun episode of Ask Us Anything.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm glad I know a lot of people are really anxious about how do I help clients with prescription drug plans during AEP. There is a way to do it. It should not, you got to do it smart.
We just figured it out today. That's how we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it,
I
and
need
it's going
to
to work
get
great.
to my email and say, Amanda, hold on. Edit.
Actually, we hit a lot of these questions. Who's going to pay commissions? What does disruption look like? How do you expect us to cross-sell during AEP? The only question we didn't get to was high deductible plan G. Yes, somebody was asking, like, are people actually writing high deductible plan G? Yes, lots of people are writing.
I think I have.
Hey, let me tell you this.
I think I have 10 high deductible G clients. This
It's
year.
catching on. I will say this. A lot of people are not writing it because a lot of people are scared of it. But you shouldn't be. High deductible plan Gs are, especially for your clients who are on HSAs, they're the clients, like, it's like yes.
Or if they're just really torn. If they are really torn between an advantage and a supplement, I'm like, let me tell you about a little high deductible G. And they're like, oh, yes.
That feels kind of like
That
fits
feels
gap.
good.
Yeah.
You know, like I wanted the no network. I didn't want to have the prior authorization restrictions, but like I didn't want to pay that much because I'm so healthy. This works great.
What a great, and here's the cool thing. I always recommend that if somebody is torn, start with the Meds Up because you can always get on a
Right.
Medicare Advantage later.
Exactly.
The true is
Yes.
not in
Correct.
reverse.
Yep.
The reverse is not true.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
believe I talk for a living? Can you believe people like ask for this?
You know what? If you don't laugh at yourself, though, that's what makes it so good.
Thank God I'm hilarious. I make more fun of me than anybody else. I love it. I go with the flow. If we have to go with the flow in the plan. I've seen that. I've seen there's this person that's just like, I'm super laid back as long as the plan is to be laid back.
Yeah, I'm going
If we're laid back and we didn't discuss that we're being laid back, that's a problem. If the plan is go with the flow, that's fine. But I have to know.
at 1 o'clock. It says
I have to know that that's the
What
plan.
is that from?
I
That
saw
is
it like on
from
on a
something.
reel or something, and I was like, I'm so relaxed if the plan is to be relaxed.
taking a load off is at 3 o'clock. Okay, so let's wait until then.
Guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Oh, something I didn't mention is I'm going to Shinedown tonight. That was why I was singing Creed this morning.
Oh, where are they?
They're at the Ozark Amphitheater. So if any of my friends are
gosh.
going to there, come find me.
Oh, how fun.
But I am going to go see Shinedown and just relive my high school.
Oh, man.
So fun. Okay. Until next time, y'all, have fun
Make money
and give impeccable service. Thanks.